I was thinking about something when I went to Spain in 2005, and I was at the train station ordering a ticket. I speak Spanish, and I speak Spanish fluently. But the thing is, almost every time when I speak Spanish, I'm very self-conscious about speaking Spanish, and it's kind of a funny thing. It's like when you're self-conscious about something, even if you can do it very well, it kind of becomes a strain to do it. I would imagine this could be true for a lot of people in a lot of different professions or a lot of different areas. But I think I'm not as self-conscious now. You know. But when I went to Spain, it was like one time for whatever reason, I just didn't even think about it that much. I just spoke because basically I was in a situation where I had to. I mean, I had been in places where I had to speak Spanish before. I've been to Mexico many times. So I think sometimes though it's like that, just being a little bit concerned that people are gonna judge or think about it or correct you or something like whatever. But I remember I was at the train station ordering tickets, and I did exactly what the teachers always would tell me: think in Spanish. You have to learn. You have to really learn to think in the language that you're speaking, not just translate it. Because that's a conscious thing. You try to translate the language in your mind, and then you think of, okay, how do I say this in Spanish, or how do I say that in Spanish, or how do I say, you have to actually just say it. And that day, I just went there and I thought about, the tickets and everything in Spanish. I thought, and for whatever reason, I wasn't even trying to do it. It just happened. And so I'm just telling the woman about where I want to go, and I want to get this, and I want to get that, and I want to go here and go there. So I went from, the first place I had to go to was a place called Algeciras. Algeciras is a southern part of Spain. It's basically a place where most people go there just so because it's a jumping off point going crossing over into Africa. And that's where I did. I went over to Morocco. It's only, it's actually, I think at the closest point is like about 2 miles or something like that between the coast of Africa and the coast of Spain. But it takes like 30 minutes for that boat to get there because it doesn't go straight. At least the one I went to. Although it was pretty fast. It was one of the fastest boats that went into Morocco. And then I went from Algeciras. I had to take a bus to Seville, and then from Seville I took a train to Granada, and from Granada I went to Barcelona, and from Barcelona I went back to Madrid. But anyway, I bought all my tickets and everything I had to get. But the point is that it's this thing about when I was learning Spanish. I think about back in the early days when I first started learning, and I decided I wanted to learn Spanish. I thought about it. It's like you always kept fantasizing what it would be like to speak Spanish. So I would always imagine myself speaking Spanish. So when you imagine yourself doing something, you never really form an image in your mind that's equal to what it's like. The only time it gets equal is when you actually achieve that. So there's a kind of equilibrium issue. Let me just kind of get into this. There's equilibrium. There's what you dream, and there's what you do. You know. So the dream is down here, and what you do is up here. You always move up, incremental steps, little steps, until you get to the equivalent of what you always dreamed of. And it made me think about so many things in life, how it all works that way. When you get to a point of achieving a goal, you think about it, you work toward it, and you finally get there. You know? And you realize that it's not like the be all and the end all. It's just like, okay, I've achieved that. Now let me move on to something else. Like I've set a goal to, I would like to have a lot of subscribers on YouTube. I would like to have a lot of people view my videos. I think it would be great if I put up a video, for example, and I get 1,000 views on that video. I would love to have that. That's a dream for me. And one day it'll be that way. Now I get, if I get 20 views on a video, that's great. So it's a goal I have. I just hope that if people enjoy my videos, they'll spread the word, and and people watch my videos, and people will tell other people about them. And as time goes on, I'm also going to improve the quality of my videos. I'm not going to always use webcams because I don't like webcams too much. I mean, but it's something to do when I really think of something and I want to come up with something right away. Instead of setting up my camera and doing that whole thing, I can just open this up and do this. But All I can say is to people is spread the word about my video and subscribe right here in the link. Somewhere over here, there's a link that says subscribe. Subscribe to this right here. Just press that button and tell all your friends and tell your family, and tell your coworkers, and tell everybody about this crazy guy named Philip who wants you to subscribe. Okay, that's all.